Thank you guys so much for tuning in the channel. We're going to be building bag A of the Tekno SCT410 2.0. We'll start by taking our piece here. I'm going to go ahead and put a little grease down in the bottom. I'm going to take this tool here, kind of move it around, make sure it's good and lubed up. It lubes it and acts as a barrier so you don't get all kinds of dirt and grit and grime in your diff there. Take one of our pieces here. It's going to get some grease as well. Around that little ledge. I'm going to grease that up. I'm going to take one of our O-rings. Apply a little bit of grease as well. I'm trying to hit the inside. Like so. So this part is going to get a bushing. Should go like so. And then our O-ring is going to go down over this. And you don't want to damage your O-ring, but I kind of take something and just softly push that down. Should look like so. And then our next piece, get our washer here. It's going to go over the O-ring. And you'll need some needle nose pliers for this next part, or at least I like some needle nose pliers. I'm going to go ahead and push this down, that washer down as much as I can. Should look like so. And then there's a hole that goes across that up there. And we are going to stick this pin in it. This is where I like to use my needle nose pliers. And if you go down the area right there, it makes it a little bit easier. Try to get that lined up maybe beforehand. Should look like so. So you got your bushing, this piece here, which goes up through, O-ring, washer, and then the pin on top of the washer. Next, this will sit on top of the pin that we inserted. We're going to use some 15,000 weight diff fluid for the center differential. And before I put that on, I like to just go ahead and put a little bit in before I drop that gear on. That way it's behind it already. And then I'm going to go ahead and maybe put a little bit more diff fluid. Kind of move that around a little bit. We'll set it flat. The 410 2.0 does come with this plastic piece. I ran the plastic version in the 410.3 for 2 years and never really had any issues. So there probably is a metal upgrade to this part, but I'm just going to roll with it stock. These gears go on like so. And then they are going to drop down into those slots. Should look like that. I'm going to add some more diff fluid. And let that settle in, then see where we're at from there. I'll push this down. There we go. Should turn like so. And I'm just kind of working that diff fluid in slowly to make sure we get it in all the gears. You don't want to overfill it. If you notice in the manual, kind of gives you a fill level here. But I do kind of like to take my time with this and let all that diff fluid settle. I want to do these videos to kind of help someone that's new to the hobby or getting ready to build their first kit, kind of jumping from a RTR and maybe a little bit nervous about building a kit. This will help. And then just leave that for a few minutes and let that settle. All right, once the diff fluid is settled, we're ready to continue the build here. We're going to take that piece there and that piece. We're going to find our grease. Kind of same thing as the bottom build. Put a line of grease around through here. Take my little tool, I'm going to spread it in the corner there. Looks good. Maybe take some leftover here's. Go around like so. Grease that up. Take our O-ring. Apply a little bit of grease to it. Now, same as before, take our bushing here. It's going on top of our spur gear. This piece is going through our bushing, like so. Take our washer. It's going on top of that, like so. And then our washer will go on top of that, like so. And then we're going to take our cross piece. We'll turn that over. And the same as before, it's going to go through that hole there. We'll take my needle nose pliers. Makes it a little bit easier. Try to get that centered. Should look like so. Go ahead and put that in there. Like so. I'll go ahead and flip this upside down. And if you line this up just right, when you put the top on, it should all line up pretty good. We'll push that down. And I like to stick a tool through the holes to help keep everything lined up while I put the set screws in. Take my wrench here. I'm holding this together. Holding that nice and square. Turn up my torque. Got the first one in. We'll go ahead and take that out. Feeling really good so far. Nice and smooth. And the very last one. Notice I'm going really slow not to melt any plastic by friction. Heat it up. Making sure those are tight. I'm spinning these. Feels really, really good. Nice and smooth. No grinding, anything like that. Thank you guys so much. This has been Bag A build of the new Tekno SCT410 2.0.